All right, so I'm on a 2 mile right now, nice and easy. It's the day after the 11.67, 11 point something, almost 12 miles yesterday. Yesterday was, we'll call it a long run for a half marathon that we got next weekend. But wanted to talk a little bit about the loop that I did and the goals. We did like a 3 mile loop up around a college campus, had a couple big climbs, very specific kind of climbing areas where you get a couple 100 feet in like half a mile. The come down on the other side, each loop ended up being just as much of a workout, which I feel like I forgot how much like climbing sucks, but coming down seems to do just as much damage on the quads. So that was a good reminder for me. Wanted to do something with a little bit more climbing just because next weekend and a half, one, it's on a trail, two, it'll have about 1,000 feet of gain. So the fact that I got about 1,000 over 11-12 miles was good, and it wasn't gradual. It was definitely like climbs, which I think is important, because I think that's what we'll be going into next weekend. Yeah, what else do I want to talk about? So yeah, I don't feel as bad as I thought I was going to feel today, honestly. It felt like the impact, honestly, of the downhills yesterday were going to be what the leftover, what was going to hinder me today, but not too bad. We're going to shake out these 2 miles, get back, do some stretching, and I thought I would just give a little bit of an update on the ASICS Gel-Nimbus 25s. A wicked good shoe, in my opinion. Exactly that wordage though, you know, not incredible, certainly not a bad shoe. And I think I'm like, I don't know, over 250 miles maybe. But yeah, so I'll knock out these miles, shoot a little bit, and then we'll get back and I'll give you a shoe update, because I feel like that'll round out this video. It's been a little while, a bit better than yeah, I don't know, it'll give everyone a little something from this. Yeah, let's enjoy some nature, huh?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you can hear me and see me. I do apologize, it's been about a week. We're gonna go over these Gel-Nimbus 25s, how I feel about them after about 274 miles. I should turn that down. I'm gonna mute the game. And I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I can still see, I want you to know I've got a line of sight on the Tottenham United game, 81st minute, United, Tottenham's up 1. Second week of the Prem, we're back, baby. We are back. But yeah, I did kind of a long run around my hometown. We did that longer run. You got a little bit of information on it. I'm just trying to honestly get a video out for a little bit of an update. Tomorrow is literally the day that I will be running that trail half marathon. So the only thing I got left in this video that I promised you was a little bit of an update on the Nimbus 25s. Okay, we'll talk about ride so far. Ride at the beginning was very, very good. This is not a Nike Invincible. It's definitely more of a stability factor with still a really, really nice soft midsole that gives you a super smooth ride. This is a shoe where you're not worried about how heavy it is. It does come in a little bit on the higher end, but it does not feel really heavy underfoot. Now let's jump forward to 275 miles plus, 5 to 10 at this point. it doesn't feel that different, which I think is like a real statement to this shoe of being really like wicked good, if you will, at the beginning of the shoe, and even almost 300 miles in, it's still quite good. It's not like amazing. It's not, oh, it's so cushy. It's just like, wow, it fits pretty nice. We'll talk about that. And it holds up over time, and it's kind of like, yeah, this is what you want in a daily trainer. But yeah, so like we can talk about some other things. I think that it makes, the shoe itself has a lot of cushion around the heel. And so it kind of gives you it gives them a little bit of wiggle room in terms of comfort. Oh my God, it's 2-0 Tottenham. Weird game. I guess I'm upset with that. Either way, I guess I was hoping for a tie, honestly. Come on, you Gunners. Back to the fit. Heel, I think it'll work for just about anyone because there's a lot of cushion, which means if you have a really narrow heel, you should still fit in there pretty nicely, and anything other than that is, I guess it could end up being too tight for you, and you could end up getting some blisters and stuff like that. Have not had that issue. Overall, super comfy for me. It definitely is a little bit tighter in the midfoot and toe box compared to the the Nova Blast. I did a couple 100 miles in the Nova Blast 3. This one fits a little bit tighter in the midsole and toe box. Lengthwise, I'd say a little bit shorter, but nothing for me that I would change how you size it. For me, it's still true to size. 10.5 is what I go with as my standard, unless I'm going for like a race fit or maybe a bit bigger for a winter daily trainer, and I know I'm gonna be wearing thicker socks. Yeah, ride for me, no matter how you strike, I think you're gonna be pleasant with this shoe for a long time. I've got some damage on the inside of the midsole. I doubt you can kind of see it there. It's really minimal. I almost wonder if that's from me just dragging my foot, like doing something other than running. Bottom, honestly, traction's never been an issue, but it's never been like, wow, I feel super stable. Nova Blast was definitely the most unstable outsole I've felt in a while. So this one still felt pretty darn good. Has held up. It kind of has the patches of a little bit more heavy duty rubber, but it's the same color as the midsole, at least in this colorway. So it still kind of looks like it's that flush midsole to outsole thing. This colorway got dirty pretty darn quick after about 275. Breakdown of the mesh upper, minimal. You get fraying around the ankle, but that's not a problem. The tongue is held up really nice. I honestly think that the mixture, it's not like it's really thin throughout the upper, the tongue, but it has kind of a thick mesh to it for comfort, but also some larger holes for breathability. So rather than going like super light or super heavy duty, I think they kind of found it in between of being pretty heavy duty while still being breathable. Overall, I really can't I will say one thing that you might not be able to get from my experience in these is I haven't done more than, I think 15 miles was the longest run. So I haven't tested them at like a true marathon training long run. That might come in the future. I bet I'll be on a new daily trainer by then. I may retire these around 300, but I don't think you would need to if you wanted to keep going. Yeah, I don't know if that really gives you a good update. I don't think midsole breakdown has been that intense. I think it really does feel quite good. You could easily do, this is one of those shoes where I think it's built in almost a classical daily trainer sense without trying to do something really new like a Nike Invincible or a super, the Supernova? Is that what it's called? I'll put it on my face because I'm brain farting right now. But like Supernova is like that super huge, stack, super soft. This is a little bit more of that like daily trainer cushiony, but not super cushiony. Far from super cushiony. And yeah, I would say bells and whistles. Wicked good is a really good review of this so far because it's exactly what you signed up for. You'll be able to do a lot of miles in it. Really couldn't be happier with this shoe for what I've been doing, aka a lot of slow miles. I have done some quicker workouts on the track in this shoe, but I can definitely tell you that now that I have the Magic Speed 3 in my arsenal, I've yet to run in it, so videos to come on that. I will not be wearing it for the trail half that is going to be disgustingly muddy and everything tomorrow. But excited to get into them, excited to use them on the track, excited to have a new trainer, carbon fiber plated shoe that gets me excited about doing some quicker paces. But for slow days, I'm still going to be relying on the Gel-Nimbus 25s. I'm sorry, that was a little bit of a ramble. I hope to give you a little bit of an update on the Nimbus 25s. All I can say is it is a great daily trainer. if it fits for you. It fits a little bit tighter than a Nova Blast 3, but it has that cushion, but also the stability of kind of a classic daily trainer. It's not wild, but it will get you from A to B many, many times over. First video I've made in a while. This one's been a long time in the making, honestly, just trying to build a new routine. Hope you got something out of the video. I'll see you in the next one. I will be filming at the Trail Half Marathon tomorrow, just about survival. So maybe tune in if you see this video in like a week or so, because there will be probably a funny trail marathon video coming your way. Stay safe out there. See you in the next one. I'm using a monitor on top of the camera, and it's really nice because I can actually tell, you know, what's in focus and what's not.